Hi everybody, Robbie Richardson here of Sportfish Colorado. Right now I want to talk to you guys about the components you need to get down to these fish during the jigging season for kokanee. The most pivotal piece of equipment is a reel that is going to tell you what depth you're at. I use line counter reels. There's line that is called depth hunter line, or line that you can calibrate to see what depth you're running to. It's coded by colors or marks on the line. No matter what poison you pick, you got to know exactly how deep you're going with this line, because these fish are going to be anywhere from typically from 50 to 120 feet deep. So based off of where you're seeing them on the fish finder, you've got to be able to put that lure right in front of their face. Right here I've got some Shimano Takota line counter reels. I got the perfect amount of line on these reels so that my line counter is completely accurate. If you'd only fill this spool about halfway full, that line counter reel will be off anywhere from 3 to 10 to 15 feet. So it's very important to calibrate your line counter reel to your fish finder, and I do that every morning before we get started, just to make sure that all my clients are in the zone. The line that I like to use is a braided line. It doesn't have any stretch, so we're going to fill those bites down at 115 feet deep. This is Power Pro Super Slick. It goes through the guides very well, and it's super sensitive. Plus you get a great hook set at depths in excess of 75 feet. I put a 15 to 20 pound leader. Right here I've got some Berkley Big Game leader, 20 pound, and that's just because sometimes you get a lot of boats around you, fish will get tangled in your lines, lures get hooked over lines, and I don't want to lose any lures or fish because my line was nicked up. So this 20 pound line does a good job of resisting abrasion. The rod, the shorter the better. Usually I'll use a 5 to 6.5 foot rod, and that's just going to allow for more sensitivity when you're jigging, and you're going to have a quicker reaction to set a hook with a shorter rod. I like a medium to medium heavy rod with a soft tip, and that's just going to help us feel the light bites on some of these days where the fish are a little bit more finicky. Lastly, we have the lure. There's a bunch of different styles and types and brands. Right here I've got a PK Panic spoon. It's got a little joint with a flicker blade on there, and sometimes little details like that will make a big difference. I like to replace the hooks on these with some Eagle Claw black nickel treble hooks, and those hooks are a little more bulky. They do a better job of catching fish after fish when we're out there and really getting into the schools. What we do with these lures is we like to tip them with white shoe peg corn, and sometimes you need the corn, sometimes you don't. I use it as an insurance policy because a lot of these times after these fish have seen X number of jigs, the corn is what's going to really make the difference, and sometimes those fish will come up and just put their lips around that corn, so it's really important to have that on there to sweeten the deal. That covers all of our tackle, line, and lure. For more fishing information, tips, tricks, and fishing reports, check out sportfishcolorado.com.